I thought the creek was completely frozen over, but it's not. There's a little bit of water running right there. Water running right there. Someone's garbage blew into my yard and ripped my fence apart there. Thought that was fox at first, but might have been a fox. Looks like fox here because fox will literally step their front foot in their back foot and they make a perfectly straight line. And then there's rabbit here, clearly. Doesn't look like there was a tussle or anything. But then the tracks where this, what I thought was fox, where it's coming from across the bridge, are not in a straight line. Interesting. I just saw Drummy and Marlin. He's eating snow. Interesting. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Hi, cutie face. Were you eating snow? You were eating snow. I saw you. And I saw Drummy eating snow when I was coming across. Oh. We'll get to the messy bits in a minute. Here. And they're out here eating snow off the top of the buckets. Those buckets are frozen completely solid, top to bottom. But they have, well, I busted this morning. So yeah, that was full this morning. It's 23 degrees now, feels like 17. Still 24 in the barn, 23 in the barn. It hasn't gone below, I think it dropped down to 20 once. Not a lot going on. Tomorrow it's going to be nasty busy. I know, I saw you down there too. Queen bee has needs. And I wanted to talk a little bit with you guys about that because, oh, boys. Wait, what is this? His eyes are completely closed. Were you sleeping? Hi, Tootsie. Hi, you don't have to jump on me, baby. Oh, goodness. I guess you do. Let me stand up then. I looked out because I saw all the boys out here traipsing around in the snow. And I wondered why. So I look over here and Miss Cookie and Struzel, herd queen there, and Sugar Pie. Sugar Pie's not out here. I saw them all standing down here in the corner trying to get a boy. Tootsie, I love you, honey. I know, I give you pets all the time. I feel y'all. Your eyes are even more light blue than mine. That snow blindness is real, isn't it? You brown-eyed folk out there get a lot more reflection of light. I'm interested to see that the girls have been out and about. They've gone as far as, somebody walked up around that tree right there. You girls gonna come out? I know you'll follow me. I don't like doing that to you. Just to get you on video coming out in the snow. But you can see somebody went up and around the tree, came back over. That's as far as they've gone. What are these tracks? That's rabbit. Yep, that is definitely a fox. Went right under the fence there. Not a very big one. Did a little circle around the barn. Came through the fence, went that way. All right, well, we have snow goats. Oh, y'all know you're not very happy out here. Come on, we'll go back in. But the mess is here, and it's going to need to be addressed Monday. As you guys know, for me, priority is always girls being warm and fed. And I'm going to get a lot of hate, and a lot of people are going to say a lot of different things. But to me, when they won't even come out on the porch, it's going to be 30 today. But when they won't even come out on the porch when the door is open, there's no point in opening the door just to let the cold air in. There's a lot of rabbit tracks. I wonder if he's coming up here and eating the hay. I bet he is eating the hay off the porch, which would be the reason the fox is coming about. Trying to find him a bunny to eat. We have so many rabbit here, it's not funny. But anyway, hi, Chai. And here's Boots, guys. Hi, Bootsy. But a lot of this hay here is just when they walk in and out, they drag their feet and they drag the hay out with them. And I just left it on the porch. I haven't really wanted to be outside either. But in here, guys, oh my goodness. The mess is real. It's I have let this build up for probably close to a week now. I haven't touched the floor. I haven't touched the porch. And I'm guessing this is going to be wet and nasty under. Oh, it's like super compact. Yep. So what I've been doing, since it's been so cold, is just not sweeping the floor, not cleaning up the hay. Just been, they essentially, there'll be a poop ring. Yeah, this is probably best noticeable right here. The floor around the hay bin is going to look like that. It's going to be pretty easy to clear off. It's the poop zone that's going to be, it's just a solid, I don't know if you can see that. This is just solid compacted poop for about 2 feet. And that'll just go all the way around the hay ring. And I've left that there on purpose so they could have some place to lay, hang out, and just not be right on the concrete. Stalls are, they could use some hay on top. So maybe get that taken care of. Get all this poop cleaned up. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. Because I don't really, like today, I just looked, the high today is only 25. And right now it's 23, feels like 17. But tomorrow it's going to be 39. And then every day after tomorrow is going to be near 50 degrees for almost a week. And then the following Monday, 8 days from now, it'll be back down to 39. Our average right now is about 35, I think. So just getting closer to that average would be good. What's happening? Oh, she better not. That's Sparkles. And she should be due 4/10, one day before my birthday. But we didn't actually see any babies on ultrasound. And now she's not flagging. It's almost like she's standing over here with Twinkie. Twinkie's her daughter. And Twinkie, as you can see, is clearly dragging the fence. But those two are pretty inseparable. And I'm guessing she's just over here for moral support, mom support. Good night, boys. Y'all stink. Don't stick your tongue on the fence. Hey. Don't touch the fence with your tongue. It's gonna get stuck. Oh my gosh. Hi, cute patootie. Get you up high. I'm not gonna touch that beard. It doesn't look wet, but you guys stink like burnt rubber and skunk. Oh, your beard's frozen, sir. Hi. 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 I know, you're too close, honey. There you are. You're so cute. Get off me. Get. You little weenies. But yeah, y'all, I wanted to show you the kind of the aftermath, the mess. And I did it to myself, but I did it for the girls. And that's okay. I still love your coloring. It's so unique. It's not a solid brown. It's just all frosted. Miss Gucci. What up, Gooch? Your dollar sign's kind of fading, but it'll come back when you lose your winter hair. This is Sugar Pie. She's the other one that was on the fence. Why don't you... Oh, goodness. Well, I'm going to get out of here, so they'll come back inside. I don't think they're staying out there because I'm out there, but I know a couple of them are clearly in heat. Chai's over there getting a drink, so that's good. The water is busted off so they can get to it. And it's going to be... Might take me 2 days. I might focus on cleaning up the mess. I got a bunch of bags over here too that I got to clean up. Just throwing them over there when they're empty. Sweep some more cobwebs down. I got this side of the barn done. Just need to get this side done again. But I'm going to just do some heavy maintenance tomorrow. Get this floor cleaned up. Get some more hay down here. Get some hay in the stalls. I might do that on Tuesday instead of Monday. And there, guys. But other than that, everything looks good. Everybody looks good. What are you doing, baby? I don't want to bump it because she'll run off. She's sketchy. But Boots is doing well. China's doing well. Boots is perched there. Who's coughing? Everybody's always wanting to know who's coughing. None of them have persistent cough, guys, except for Drummy. Or Gummy. And it's not persistent. It's after she eats. So I don't know if it's something to do with her. I don't know if it's just the way she eats. Get that butt scratch going, Miss Cookie. She does not care. Speaking of which, Cookie Don't Care shirts, I'm getting a good count on you guys. I'm going to get those counts out to you guys, how many people have ordered. And then if you still want to order, shoot me an email. Juicy, you gonna come inside, baby? I know you're in heat. So I was gonna talk about her being in heat, and I had mentioned a couple videos ago that potentially breeding her, if she's in good health, good shape, her legs are bending well, she's walking very well, and H said that's going to be a negative, Ghost Rider. She's not wrong. If what she has going on would be a medical condition, or a genetic condition, because she's only 5 years old. 5 to 6, we're not quite sure. She's not papered. She's not registered, so we're basing it off of what the person told us. There's not a lot of difference in size. You know, with a 8-month-old baby and a 1-year-old baby. You know, these girls are almost one. Almost one. So all the babes in here are almost one. And there's really not a huge size difference. She could have been 8 months. She could have been 18 months. And she would have been about the same size. Potentially. And that doesn't stand for all. Because obviously Mississippi is... Miss Gucci there is... practically a full-size goat at this point, and she's only going on a year old as well. So but it'll be something we talk about. But she's pretty adamant about not breeding her based on this is most likely a genetic issue, and then we don't want to create more babies that have the same genetic issue with their knees. So it is what it is, guys. It'll be okay. We'll lose her bloodline, and that'll be very sad, but there's no point in breeding her and potentially creating more animals with the same issue. We would only breed her for funsies anyway, just to make babies, and then we would just end up selling those babies. We would keep one, obviously. If we got one that looked like her, we'd keep it. But other than that, it would just be for funsies, and it's not, for us, it's not worth the risk to health and safety of her, along with the potential risks of her offspring, to just do it for fun. As much as I would love to have a streusel baby and have a streusel offspring and potential herd queen from streusel, there's no guarantees in that either. There's no guarantee that any baby from her would be like her, act like her, be the queen, be any of that. So she's right. She's always right. So it's the truth, and for that matter, I think it's not something we're gonna do as much as I want to. And back to the coffee choky babies. Gummy is generally the goat you guys hear coughing in the background. And it's generally when she's eating grain that she's coughing like that. It's not persistent. I know you guys see 10 minutes out of my 1,200 minutes of my day or whatever. I'm not good at math, so. But it's not persistent. Is it daily? Probably yes. Right now, it's cold outside. It's 100% humidity almost. We're actually down to 80% humidity. They've been in the barn, so there might have been extra coughing going on. The only goat that we have that has had a persistent cough since the day he was born, and he's still alive and he's still well, is Mr. Latte. Carmelo Latte. Has had a cough his entire life. He has shown no signs of any medical issues. He just coughs a lot. Always has. Always has. There's no other way to say that. Always has. You gonna stand out here? Just try to get you a boy. So, as far as the coughing goes, it might literally be a coincidence that somebody's hacking when I'm shooting video because they're eating breakfast. And a lot of times when you hear coughing in the background, if it's 2 or 3 goats, it's when they're eating breakfast or they just ate breakfast. They're coughing up their cud. They're whatever they're doing. That's the only cough we've heard since I've been shooting this video for 15 minutes now, going on 20. So as you can see, it's just part of goat life. Somebody's always hacking something, but nobody's persistent, and nobody seems ill, looks ill, or has any issues. So that is it. The cleanup is going to be a freaking pain in my butt, but it was going to be well worth it. And we're going to be in the 50s or near 50s all next week. So hopefully it'll be dry. It's not going to be. It's supposed to rain like 4 out of 5 days next week. So when I get this up, I'll probably get some barn lie down, put a little grip on the floor, absorb some of the moisture, be sweeping that in and out of here. Might hit some in the stalls too, and just try to get it dried up, just dry and clean for the coming weeks. All right, the poo bunker has done very well. We have been below freezing for nearly a week, and it's finally starting to get, it's been frozen over a couple times, but nothing major that I can't knock a hole in it, put some hot water in there, and melt it down a bit. So poo bunker supporting itself again this year. I just put a layer of hay and poo down on the floor about 4 or 5 inches thick, set the water on top of it, and then I just keep adding hay a little over time. And as that breaks down and kicks off some heat, I add a little more. The girls pack it down nice, and it's worked wonders for the last 5 years. And then if it gets real nasty cold, this is salt water in just a 1 liter bottle. And I'll take these, because these won't freeze at normal temperature because of the salt. And I salt them very heavy. And I'll just pop those in there. And the girls have learned, since I've done this for 5 years, they've learned that they nudge that around. Generally, the ice at the bottle will be thin enough that if they nudge it around, it'll crack the ice and then they can get a drink right around the bottle lip. But I'm over here twice a day, every day at a minimum. And I'm always busting ice and pulling ice out of there so that they can get in there and have water. Start the morning off with hot water, which by the time I pour it in and melt all the ice, it turns into warm water. The girls are going to be really feeling their oats the next couple of days. It warms up and they get outside and they get to running around. This freaking guy, Mr. Marlin, has just been knocking these big girls around, shoving them off the hay, sticking his face in wherever he wants. President Snow is getting a little brave over there. But he got brave in the wrong place because he tried to get brave next to Puddin'. And there's no goat in this barn that's going to push her around. She got her head bleeding. Is that your blood or someone else's blood? I don't see blood on anyone else, so I'm thinking it's just her. Okay, well, that is what it is. As always, we'll keep an eye on that, and we will see you guys tomorrow.